Except where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to answer the questions. I'm going to give my answers to the questions that have been added or were asked in Jackie Chann's viral video. They call martial arts support. I'm going to tackle the first one. What is the benefit of breaking and pretty much how they do it? Breaking gives a psychological confidence to the person that does the breaks because it helps them to see that they can hit something without hurting their hand. And what I like that he did in the video is it seems like she may not have that much experience. I don't know. But what he used was a very small, thin board. The boards I use are not that small. But he had her hit with the palm of her hand. That's what I tell people to break with. I tell you to break with the palm of your hand because unless my knuckles have gone back to normal, unless you want your hand to look like a foot like mine used to right here, you know, if you work in an office, you don't need foot-looking hands. And exactly how they break, I'm going to show you that in a second. I got to go get a wooden thing and bring it back. Okay, YouTube. I want you to look at this. This is a tray that I'm not going to break because I don't want to break my marriage with my wife. All right. Look right here. You see how the lines go across? This is the same type of thing they said in the video. I can't hold it like this. I would have to hold it like this. See how the lines go up and down? And then I would put my force right in the middle of the line. So if I hit with a vertical strike, right dead center here. And another thing which they left out is, you see how people hold the boards like this when they're trying to break them? If I hold it here on the edge or put it on something where these edges are really supported, that weakens the middle structure even more, and that's going to make it break. And the same principle also applies for cement. Break between the lines. Remember how they told you the color? When you're little, stay between the lines. Now the third question is how to handle a knife attack. I tell you now, you're not going to believe me if I tell you how you really handle a knife attack because Cecil is not super special ops guy. Even though I tell people I trained at least one student to handle a knife, I got a thing I know that works. When I had to deal with the knife threat, I just waited until the guy put the knife away and then I came after him. This was way back in the day. But I will say that the advice that Jackie Chann gave is good if you have time to wrap up your hand, because that was one of the first things I was told. Take off your jacket or something to use as what they call an improvised weapon. That means a weapon that you make up. Okay? So basically, if somebody comes at you with a knife and you can't get away, you can do a few things. Try to grab something else you can use to beat them over the head with it. If you're fast enough, hit them in what we call vital areas. Just common sense. Hit them, shove them, and run. But I mean, if dude comes at you with the knife and he's doing all this stuff, he got the reverse grip, and then he's coming with all this screamer, and you cut. Anything else that I tell you is going to require some practice and skill. Now, I hope I don't go too much off on a rant. I'm gonna say this. See if I can get it here. And you can't see that. I'm just gonna say there's a spot on the wrist that's below the thumb knuckle. It's not, it's not here. It's right here on the side of the wrist called the button. If you hit that hard enough with enough force, it's going to either break the wrist or it can go like this. Look at my hand. Makes me open up. And the other spots that I can hit, see? That'll make the hand open up. But you got to know the right spot to hit, even though I'm doing it to myself. You got to know the right spot to hit. That takes a lot of practice, but it is possible. And the thing you got to remember, too, about a knife attack, if they're a lot faster than you, it's kind of hard for you to get away from it, you know. And if you get cut, it would be better to get cut here. It'd be better to get cut here than in here, you know, anything like that. I don't want to stand there and duel with anybody with a knife. If they're coming after me with a knife, I want to know how to protect myself against the knife because, especially where I work, I can't walk in there with a knife. I walk in my job with a knife. I'm going to walk out the job with handcuffs. Now, how to tie a belt. There are 3 ways I know how to tie a belt. I'll try to make it quick. First of all, if you have a belt and it's too small for you, just tie it regular. If you got a belt, if it's too small for you to do it the fancy way, just do this. If it's too small, that's what I tell my students to do. You just do that. Now, here is the official way that I do it, that people have yet to get right, and it takes to about green belt to really be able to do it on their own. You grab the belt in the middle so that it hangs down to the end. You put it on from the, grab it here with both hands like a junbi, and then you put it on from the front, making sure that you have one row of belt on the side. You take the one that's on top, tie it over. Now you see these two levels here? Tuck it under both of them, not just one, but two. And then tie again. Okay? The key is to make sure you got that one row. So, that's the official way my students tie the belt. But there's also another way, a quick way, that I will teach. Called it the loop, like threading a needle. You make a loop with one end. You grab the other two loose parts right here, right? Then you take it from the back, like a normal belt, right? And stick both. This is the key. Both of these got to go through the loop. Then you pull. And then you can take one of these and tuck it under tight and pull. And ta-da! That's an easier way. Okay? And you still got your one row integrity. So that's me on how to tie the belts. Okay, this next one, how is breaking cement useful? In real life, not very, but I've used it because I was over my brother-in-law's house back in the day, and we had a bunch of stuff in the backyard. He's like, come on, man, you know you can break it. So I was breaking some of the blocks and turning the wood up. The same thing, you turn it up into where you can see the grade and breaking some of the wood, and it helped us clean up his yard. Stance training, what are the real benefits of stance training? And they asked about meditation. I'm going to make it two things. Stance training, yeah, it builds your legs, builds your coordination and flexibility. Sometimes it's good to know if you can't hold a stance, then you're going ouch, ouch. It's a good way for you to discover an injury that you can report to your doctor. Now, in terms of meditation, Jackie Chann was saying he doesn't do meditation, but you know where I found meditative stuff to be benefit? In my day job in IT. Because if I can get into a meditative zone when I'm doing it, I can get a lot of stuff done and I can find more defects. I'm a software tester, so I can find defects. And I'm not the only person that does it. A lot of people who have been in IT for a while, if you watch them, they get to breathing, they'll go into a zone. And you know they're in a zone when you walk up on them to ask a question. They can go into a zone because they're really fixed in on either coding. I've seen coders do it. I've seen people troubleshooting and do it. And I see a lot of testers do it. So being meditative, with that meditative laser focus can help you in your day job, but also can help you when you're at school. If you go into a meditative zone when you're studying, breathing, slow that breathing down, you can burn through a lot more work and learn better. So meditation is for the mind, not necessarily for the contest of a tournament. Now, how many pencils can you break? I actually asked that way, way back in the day. And my teacher said, don't waste my pencils, man. I hope you liked my answers to martial arts support. And if you actually want to know more martial arts questions from me, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to take lessons, come take lessons. And if you want to buy some products, click the links on the top of my channel and buy some electronic products or services. Peace.